You're now listening to the Fullerton Unfiltered podcast. Straightforward, no nonsense business advice. Completely unfiltered. Grow your business. Grow your life. Now, here's your host, Brian Fullerton.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of the Fullerton Unfiltered podcast. It's your host, Brian Fullerton here, hanging out with you guys, and welcome to the jungle. Hey, we got my beautiful wifey for lifey joining us on this episode. How you doing? Well, you're not even waiting for the cue. You're just like, hey, I'm here. All right, well, you guys know that our podcast is all about lawns, lessons, and life. And today we just thought we'd do a quick little fun podcast. It's actually late afternoon, and then we have to do a hard stop here in about 30 minutes. So for all of you guys that know that I always do this, Liz, I say it's going to be a short and sweet episode.
No, it really has to be a short and sweet episode because we have a midwife appointment in half an hour. This is true. We got doctor's appointments like every other couple of weeks, every week. It's crazy. It's once a month.
It feels like every week, okay?
It will be every week soon. Just in time for the crazy part of the season. It'll be great.
Well, we've been doing a lot with lawn care. We've been doing a lot of lessons. We've been doing a lot of teaching, thought process, and just kind of hanging out with you guys. But the reality is that it's a podcast about, you know, our life, our business, your guys' life, your guys' business. And we just thought we'd give you guys some life updates for us. So how's things in your neck of the woods? You doing good?
Good. I'm sorry if I'm out of breath. We're officially 6 months and I feel...
You starting to like
I don't have a lot of torso space.
Well, so when people do a podcast, they like kind of crunch over into the mic, you know, they hunch over, and I go, like stand up, like lift up your diaphragm, and she goes, I'm carrying a baby.
Well, like our podcast studio is in our garage, which is downstairs, and so I like ran down here, and I'm like, oh boy, now I can't breathe. So and then not only that, you're kind of sleeping with like your hands over your head. And so last night I'm like, and they stay there, and you're like, what is going on? I always wake up now with like my elbows above my ears, and I think it's because I'm like subconsciously stretching out my ribs to like breathe better. And I'm not even that far along. Like 6 months is not, like I'm not that big.
You're going to go through a growth spurt for the baby. The baby's going to grow.
Which means I'm going to go through a growth spurt. I took down an entire pizza the other day.
I told this story actually a couple days ago.
Really great.
Liz doesn't listen to the show regularly.
No, I don't.
And I said the other day you ate a pizza and then you looked over and then you looked at my pizza and you ate that too. And I said any other time I'd probably get, knocked upside the head for telling a story like that. I said, but the funny thing is you were like,
I'm like oddly proud of it because I normally don't have that big of an appetite. But I had to say something to the waitress because I felt like I had to explain myself why I like inhaled my pizza before you had even finished half of yours.
You were like food Pac-Man over there. Yeah, because I ate Bosco sticks.
So hungry.
And then I ate my 2 slices of pizza. Normally I pound the pizza down and then you get 2 slices like very petite and you take it home.
Yeah,
and then
I love leftover pizza.
Well, halfway through you're like, yo, dude, you gonna get in on that? And I'm like, why? She's like, well, you look like you're slowing down. Like the roles have reversed. It's kind of crazy. Well, this is our podcast episode. We're gonna talk about lawns, lessons, life. Well, today it's just some life updates. We're excited about everything that we got going on in our neck of the woods. We don't really do too many episodes, talking about us, if you will, but we want to just give you guys some updates. We're excited about life. We're excited about our businesses. We're excited about making money. That's the point of why we do all the work that we do. And that's why we work so hard because we can't wait to get the nicer things. Are you getting a breath of air? All right, well, let's do this really quick. Liz is going to take a breath of air. I always say a sip of water. We're going to let Liz get 2 seconds to take a quick breath, catch your breath, and then we're going to come right on back. So let's kick it over to Marty in the ATL, and then we're going to come right on back and talk to you a little bit more about what we got going on in our neck of the woods.
Ratings and reviews. Each week, we take a minute to highlight your guys' reviews of the show.
It has certainly been a hot minute since we've shared some of your 5-star reviews, so let's knock a few of those out. Great motivational podcast. Hey, this is Lamont. I started my lawn care business, Limos Lawn Care, back in the spring of 2019. I really enjoy listening and have gained some awesome knowledge. Thanks for the great podcast, and I am sure that anyone could grow a business with the great advice. Ladin56. I really love this podcast, whether I'm working at my other job or on my business in the field. I've even started listening while kayaking. That's pretty cool. I'm still in high school and I appreciate the information and advice on the best steps to take to grow my business. This one's from Big B Baby. Hey, it's Ben Lejeune with Goat Professional Lawn Care, and I just wanted to thank you for pouring out all of this great info for us. It's my first season in lawn care, and I just can't wait to implement what I've learned from you. You are the GOAT of Lawn Care Podcast. This one is from Garrett and a bunch of numbers. I'm going to guess maybe prison number or something like that. This podcast motivates just kidding, Garrett. This podcast motivates the heck out of me and makes me want to get out there this season and just absolutely crush it. Such great tips and insight on the industry, and Brian's humor makes it that much more enjoyable to listen. Keep up the great work, guys. And from Zachary Casey, thanks, Brian. My favorite quote that you always say is, I don't care, when people give you excuses for taking so long to get back to you. I love this podcast. Guys, I know when it comes to his podcast audience, Brian really does care. He appreciates you, and we love the feedback. In fact, we are now over 800 reviews with an average of 4.9 stars. Let's get it to 1,000 by the start of the summer. And if you left a review last year, you can jump back in with another one over at Apple Podcast. And I certainly look forward to sharing yours soon.
Want us to read your review next? Let us know how we're doing, and we might just read your review on next week's show.
Choosing the right equipment also means getting service and support you can trust. Hi, it's Michelle with the Exmark Customer Service Team. We are committed to giving you the expert technical support necessary to keep your equipment performing at its best. Reach us by phone, email, or social media on any weekday, and we will respond quickly with advice you can trust because it comes straight from the folks who built your machines. Visit exmark.com to learn about Exmark's industry-leading service and parts support.
Once again, we send it back to the famed Fullerton Unfiltered studio in Novi, Michigan. Here's Brian.
All right, guys. Well, good deal. Well, we're back. And so let's just jump right into it. So first, elephant in the room. Don't bang your head on the thing. They probably heard that. Some guy's trimming grass right now, and he's like, whoa. Like he ducks a branch, But really, Liz just smacked her head on the little boom.
Bar.
So for obviously the elephant in the room, the baby. So by the time this comes out, well, no, we won't have the gender announced just yet. Another week or two, those vlogs will make it on the FPO2. I've been so busy trying to ramp up content on our first channel that the second channel, again, goes by the wayside for like 10 days. And I come back and I go, hey, we're here.
We're still alive.
It's funny because the circle goes, it's a daily-ish vlog.
Oh, yeah.
It should be like a weekly-ish.
Like a
monthly-ish vlog. But you know what? We're going to get back to creating content. And elephant in the room, you're 6 months pregnant?
6 months pregnant. 32 weeks. Not 32 weeks.
32.
It's a lot. 23 weeks.
6 times 4 is not 32.
And the baby brain is strong. The other day I cried because I thought I put my phone in not in the dishwasher.
Washing machine. Yeah, you and then I started calling it, and I made this phone sound coming from the laundry room, and you're like, oh my god, it's really in there.
I almost started crying.
And I was calling with your phone. Yeah. That's evil right there. So you're 6 months pregnant. We haven't told the gender yet, but we have the Florida vlog. We have the house vlog where we did the gender reveal for ourselves. A week later, we went to Florida with all of our family. We did the gender reveal for them down there in Florida. And then we got the house tour that we're hopefully going to shoot this afternoon. And then it's going to take me like another 2 hours to edit that vlog. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
People have no idea how long these videos take to edit. It's always funny when people are like, I'm going to do YouTube. And I'm like, well, that's one way to go. But so any sneaks or hints or anything for these guys? Or
No, so I think people are getting like frustrated with us not like saying what gender we're having, but the truth is like we've been trying to see all of our important people in person to tell them.
Yeah.
Because of COVID and everything, like we weren't able to do like a big gender reveal party, and it's taken time to make sure that we see all of our people in person. Yeah. Not that you guys aren't important, but like our family, immediate family, like needs to know first.
It's like the ring, of like your immediate family, then you're like kind of like second immediate family, and then it's like your immediate friends, and then like your next.
And some of our close friends just got COVID, so we had to wait to see them.
Yeah.
So
you talking about Brian?
Yeah.
Yeah, our other friend Brian got COVID. He's like, dude, we got the Rona. I'm like, Jesus, dude. Like, I'm like, come on. Just cut him loose, throw him over.
So I'm really excited to share. And I think that's also been what's kind of holding up some maybe FPO2 videos is like, I want to share everything about the nursery and like all of this stuff, but it's all very gender specific. So I don't feel like we can share any of it yet.
You're not just going to do teals and yellows or something, Well, we know how frustrating it is. Not that you guys like care about when we have our baby necessarily, but
I'm sure this is just the top of everybody's mind.
Well, it's funny. It's funny because we got a couple of comments on our second channel, and people are like, "Have the birthday on July 26th," and we're like, "Why?" Like, that's my birthday.
We're probably gonna go into August, honestly. My due date.
But it's just funny, like people are like, have it on this day, and we're like, why? Like, because that's my birthday. I'm like, why are you wanting us to have our birthday? So like, it's just kind of funny. But we appreciate the love and the support. Well, funny story. We were at what was the store? Bye Bye Baby.
Oh my gosh, talk about overwhelming.
Did anybody watch my Instagram stories that day?
That was so funny. So we don't have kids in our family.
No.
Brian is the middle child, but
I thought you were gonna say I was a child. I'm the only child in the family.
Like you're the middle child, but your oldest brother isn't married or anything yet. I'm the oldest, and all of my cousins on my side of the family that are older are like a lot older. So they already had their babies when I was like
9, 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So neither of us have been around babies. And so we're trying to figure out like, okay, what about this car seat? What about that car seat? Let's pick everything up. Make sure we like the weight of it. Like, what about this stroller? So we will go to Bye Bye Baby to try everything out. And for the life of us, could not figure out half of this stuff.
I swear to God, like I do not know how if kids can't figure it out, how's an adult supposed to figure that out? like heaven forbid there's like a vehicle crash. I'm like, I can't get my baby out.
The worst part is like we're very obviously struggling, and this other couple who has a toddler is by us. Like we wave to them, like we're friendly people, and I get that it's COVID. It's not like we're like right next to them, but we're speaking very loudly about how we can't figure out how to get the car seat out of the base, and they look at us and like. No help. They just, I think they were enjoying our suffering.
Like every man for themselves. I'm like, it takes a village to raise a baby. Where's the community? You know, and I didn't know that you're supposed to unlatch the car seat from the back of the car seat.
Right.
There's like these 3 little buttons in the front.
Oh, I didn't either. Now I know. There's buttons all over the car seat. I don't know which one does what.
Well, somebody shot me an Instagram video. They said, hey, dude, when we bought our first, we put the baby in it, but we never thought about how to get the baby out of it. He goes, so we're leaving the hospital or whatever. And he goes, or whatever they were doing. He goes, so like 3 arguments in the parking lot with my wife, 9 minutes later on YouTube videos, how to get a baby out of a car seat.
Thank God for YouTube.
Now, if you're 18, 19, 20 and you're just cutting grass and you're like, yo, dude, I want to buy your Cummins diesel truck. Like, dude, I get it. But for all my 25, 30-year-old, family people out there,
you can wrench on equipment all day. Well, I don't know. You put those wheels on backwards.
Why you got to go there, bro? Why? Do you guys see what I deal with here? You guys wonder why I'm like so aggressive like half the time? It's because I got a fight or flight in my house. I've got a dog that thinks he's the alpha. I got a wife who lets me know that I got to fight to also be the alpha.
We joke because Teddy listens to me pretty well. You guys are vying for second place.
I come out on these podcast episodes. I'm like, you got to get your numbers right. You got to charge right. Tell customers no. And then I get home like, hey, honey, what do you want me to do?
No.
Like, no, I'm just having fun. Well, it's crazy because Bye Bye Baby, I put all these stories on Instagram and I had 50 of you guys just commenting back. We were laughing so hard.
I was cackling in real. It was not.
I was doing Tokyo Drift with the strollers. Mm-hmm. You were get it when you were walking.
Everybody thought we were having twins because you were pushing around the double stroller.
We're not having twins?
We're not having twins.
Oh, dang it. All right.
I wish we were having, I think twins would be cool. Although being pregnant is pretty cool. Like I have had a really easy pregnancy.
This one.
On wood.
Yeah.
So, I mean.
It's a rainbow baby. Yeah. We're really excited about it. The funny thing is, I don't know, Blake and Natalie, they have, who's the little, what's their boy?
Braxton.
Braxton
Yeah,
and Brindley.
Exactly like you.
If you guys have not seen these stories that float around from Nick Carlson at Mulchmate, Blake and Natalie come over with Brindley and Braxton. Their babies are, I think, just over a year now.
Just over a year.
And Braxton looks literally like me, dude.
Blue eyes, the
blonde
chin,
hair,
like ears, all of it.
Puffy cheeks.
Yep.
And Blake walks over to me. He goes, "Hey, you want to tell me something?" I go, "What?" And I look at the baby. I'm like, "Holy Jesus!" I go, "Whose baby is that?" He goes, "I'm wondering the same thing." That's messed up. Well, Blake and Natalie, brown hair, brown eyes, and they're a beautiful family. And so Natalie comes over at the Hype House, and she goes, "Hey." And so she's like kind of like, shh, like, hey, really quick, like pulls us to the corner. We're like, what's up? And she's really quiet. And she goes, hey, if you happen to get a baby that's a boy that has brown hair and brown eyes, we could do a little swap-a-roo. And nobody would know
Braxton.
the difference.
He is a cute little guy.
We both look at her and we go, Natalie, that is messed up.
And then we look at each
But
other
sure,
and
yeah.
go,
But I'm sure this will come out 5 years from now and they'll be like, Fullertons are talking about trading babies, man. Cancel. It's the world we live in today, man. Cancel culture.
Can't cancel somebody who doesn't care.
Yeah, you can't cancel me. I don't care. I already cancel myself every episode. So, so we got the baby coming end of July. We're really excited about that. Awkward topic, but registry, all that mess. We're not trying to like do a digital registry or push it out there. So if you guys If you guys want to send gifts, send them to the P.O. Box, or if you find our registry online,
please don't feel obligated.
Don't feel obligated.
Like, we've had a few people ask, and it's always so awkward because
we don't know what to say.
So bad. Like, who was the 14-year-old? He sent us the shusher.
Dude, a young kid out there, one of you guys listening in, 14-year-old dude, I go, dude, I didn't even know he was 14. He's like, hey, I want to send you some stuff. I'm like, hey, if you want to send it to the PO, like, no big deal. And I actually gave him my address because he wanted to just ship it here. And then I click his page and he's 14. I went and I go back in the DMs. I said, dude, no, dude, you can't. He goes, he hits me with this like ultra like mature like homeschooler like attitude. He goes, where I come from, we give back to those who give to us.
It was so sweet.
He goes, you cannot say no. And I'm like, dude, you're 14. So literally,
and of course I'm pregnant, so I'm like crying because I'm
I was like, are you freaking? So, I mean, so we've had like 20, 30 awkward DM, and not awkward because we don't want anything from anybody listening in. Like, and somebody sent us like $150 worth of baby clothes from Canada, and I saw the not tariff, but like the fees to get it over the border. The border. I don't even know what that's called.
She handmade all of that.
I know. Well,
like I showed Brittany Taylor, because she's my friend that sews, and she was like, yeah, that's
is incredible baby
takes
stuff.
so much time to do.
Like padded and all this stuff.
Yeah.
Well, they spent $48 in
just shipping
fees, and I literally DM'd. We still don't know who it was.
I mean, we appreciate it so much. It's so sweet and so nice, but please don't feel obligated.
No.
But honestly, the registry has been one of my bigger stresses.
What's the registry? What is it? Just
I don't know. So
what website?
I've been using Babylist as like a running list for Brian and I to purchase stuff.
Okay.
And then I don't know, like I was talking to your mom about doing something in person, and that's when Bye Bye Baby came up. And
yeah.
I don't even know. Like, we don't even okay, going back to the car seat thing.
Yeah.
We don't know how to unhook a car seat. I have no idea what I need for a baby. Like,
right.
What do I put on a registry? Like, how many the pieces of clothing does it need? Like, and I don't know.
And here's why it's like kind of awkward too. And again, like this is so weird. So I'm just like throwing it out there. Like everything baby is freaking expensive.
It's so expensive.
So please don't buy us stuff. Please don't send us stuff. Like it's like it's crazy. Like the Up a Baby stroller. It's like I'm like, oh, how much is this? Like $199, $700. It's like, how much is this carrying cradle car seat thing? It's like, oh, $399. I'm like, and I know there's the $79 one at Costco. Okay, but like it's our first baby, and like, you know, we work hard. We want to spend some money on our baby and our this whole nursery thing, right? And so I'm like, so people are like, well, what can we get you? I'm like, I don't know, dude. Like, you can't even get like bottles for less than $50. It's crazy expensive.
It's insane.
So do not feel obligated. Not half you are like, I ain't saying anything anyway, but that's fine. That's
I used to wonder when people were like, oh, babies are expensive. And I was like, how expensive can they be? They sleep.
We have no clue what we're talking about.
Oh my goodness.
We have no clue. No. So any which way.
My mom was saying the other day that babies go through like 8 diapers a day.
8 diapers a day.
You have to wipe somebody's butt 8 times a day.
My mom, and your mom, and then our house nanny, which we don't have a house nanny, but
what? Who? Teddy? Frank?
Gabby, she's a cleaning lady. It's cleaning. Hey, I'll pay her like an extra 5 hours to like just be here during the week, you know, because I can't. I'm busy, dude. Like I got that thing I got to do, that thing of the dang. But I'll be there for the baby. All right, so like I said, all the baby stuff, super expensive. We're super excited about that. We're putting the nursery together. The whole second room of the apartment is getting just trashed and like ripped out right now. So that's exciting.
We have no space.
We don't. We literally don't. I did my Toro multi-force video just the other day and dropped and showed. I have like 3 storage units in a row. People are like, buy the pole barn first. And I'm like, I get it. We're trying to do both. Like, you know, once those YouTube millions kick in any day now, we'll have enough money to do all of it, right?
What's crazy to me is where we live now is just as big, if not bigger, than any house I had growing up.
Yeah. Well, and it's funny, like we had a 700 square foot apartment, which we had 1,400 square foot of crap in it. Then we moved here, instantly filled the place, which was hilarious because we're like, this place was a castle to us when we moved in, and now look, we've been here for a little over a year and a half, I think. July.
We've been here for 2 years.
Well, it's almost coming up on 2 years. Yeah. So in 3 more months, but I think we have like 3,000 to 4,000 square foot of crap that we have squished in a 1,400 square foot place.
What frustrates me is like, okay, I'll purge stuff. Like I like to get rid of stuff, but like it's all stuff that we need to either run the business, run our life, or just like I can't get rid of my bed or like a dresser. Like I need that space to store. Like it's just random everyday life things that you need. And I don't understand how people do it. Like, especially with baby stuff. That makes me more freaked out than anything with the baby is all of the stuff that comes along with it.
There's
like, oh, cool, we need a stroller. Where's that going to be put?
Stroller. There. What is it? Glider or recliner? What do they call the baby rocker thing?
That's the rocker. That comes tomorrow.
It comes tomorrow. Dude, where are you putting that thing? Because there's no. I'm on the other side of my studio right here is my 4-wheeler, my quad, because there was no more room in the storage
I get
lockers.
it, but the other thing too is trying to play in a nursery during COVID.
It's impossible to find stuff.
You can't find anything, and what you can find is so expensive. Like finding a dresser. Like I want to use a dresser as like a changing table because I don't think.
Well, there's this one that
like just a designated space, but
there's this one that you picked out, and I'm like, and it got sold. It was on like a You're getting mad right now. I can see your lips.
I'm so mad.
Well, I come home. I don't like rustic furniture. You were like,
it's not rustic.
It's antiquing. It's
antique.
That's literally like Latin for trash.
It's not trash.
It literally is though.
It was so beautiful.
Every dude listening in right now knows the struggle.
It had like very dainty feet, like a serpentine front. Like
I don't know what that means. It's from the 1960s IKEA, whatever that is.
It's not 1960s.
Well, it got
was beautiful.
sold.
I don't know when it was from. It was painted white. Like it was really nicely finished.
It got sold, and I was so happy. You were so upset, and then I go, "Why are you so upset?" You go, "It's the last dresser on the planet."
Because that's what it feels like. Because you can't find anything, or if you find something because they know that you can't find something, it's like
$1,200.
Yeah,
it's crazy, dude. So any of you guys that are out there, here's the deal: if you're 18 to 27 or whatever, and you're just getting your life going, make more money. that's what the podcast, the new tagline of the podcast. It's Lawns Less with Life. It's just make more money now, because when you have a wife or a fiance, and then a wife, and then a baby and family, man, so thank God we started digging our well a couple years back, because this stuff is no joke, dude. No. And I'm like praying for mulch season and aeration season. You know what I'm saying?
It has been nice. We have gotten like an earlier than usual spring for sure.
Yeah. So baby's coming end of July. We're super excited about that. That'll be a first for us. A lot of new things, and then
let's have our first baby, build our first house, all in the same month. It's totally
build a pole barn, have a live event coming up.
Oh, in June, I'm going to be 8 months pregnant down in Waco, Texas. So if I can make it, you can make it.
We'll have people with like a permit marker that can sign the baby belly,
No,
nothing like that.
No,
I make you rub it for good luck.
Please don't touch my belly.
That's kind of funny and weird at the same time. Together in the trades conference, I know we've been talking about it on the show. If in all sincerity, if you guys are married, we're doing a couples conference down in June. Like a couple conference down in June. Like, what's that all about? Hey, look. At the Silos, Chip and Joanna Gaines HQ. The Silos are in Waco, Texas. Absolutely beautiful place. But we wanted to do a couples retreat, a couples summit. As Caleb Ballman so eloquently says, a summit for couples in business. And that is co-hosted with us in the Almonds. Mm-hmm. And so we're going to have a couple different guest speakers in, talking about marriage positive stuff. We're going to be sharing, the Almonds are going to be sharing, the Spencers. It's just, the idea is to help you guys out there that have marriages. And maybe they're crushing it right now. Maybe you're struggling a little bit, but there's not a lot of like couple events going on in our industry.
And it's one of the biggest topics of conversation that we get when we're together. All the time is about marriage. Not that we have it all figured out, but everybody's always curious what it's like for other people. And so getting together, like we get together, we encourage people to associate at a higher level with other business owners. Why not do the same thing with your marriage and people who are going to surround you and uplift you through the good times and through the bad times?
Amen.
And our marriage has had seasons of both, and we'll be married for 7 years.
Are you for real right now?
Yeah. 7 years in October. So that's not like a huge amount of time. Like I am looking forward to hearing from people who are more seasoned.
100%.
But owning a business together is no joke. And I think investing time after the crazy rush of the season
in the spring
is so valuable. We try and take a trip, even if it's just 2 days, like overnight somewhere at least once a quarter, just to get us time.
Absolutely. And that's the idea, is to have you guys have a retreat to work on your marriage, to spend time with your wife, spend time with your girl. Like the first 6, 8, 10 weeks of the season, it's crazy. Let's be honest. Like we're doing this today. We took a day off. There's a lot of things. We had a baby appointment, like I said. So I was like, it's just easier to take the day off, send the guys out. But at the same point, like it's a taxing 10 weeks of your relationship. And then there's highs and lows, money's in, money's out. It's crazy. So we're like, hey, let's get together. Let's retreat. Let's hang out somewhere fun. Waco's super cute. Like even as a dude, I thought it was really, really good time down there.
I don't think we could have picked a better place for something to do with couples in business together, because what Chip and Joe have put together, and I like her stuff. I think it's really cute. I'm more impressed by what they've done as a couple together than anything that they've actually produced. Yeah. Not that, and it's like what they've produced is it's amazing.
Absolutely.
But once you go and you see what two people coming together have been able to do, it's just amazing. not to come.
So Together in the Trades, what's the website? Or can we leave it in the link in the description?
We can leave it in the description, but even if you just Google Together in the Trades, it will come right up. It's an Eventbrite page. And then we also have an exclusive Facebook group for the couples that are attending the event where we are doing giveaways and we're talking about like what's going to be going on at the conference and making connections, because that's really what we want to come out of this.
That's in June, June 12th, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. And the day before, that Friday, so the event's on a Saturday, but on that Friday during the day, we're going to do a meetup at the silos.
That's going to be awesome.
To like spend the day together.
So look for those details. Once you buy your ticket, you get a link to the Facebook group. Then you get a request to join. Liz and Brittany get to approve it and let you guys in, because we're keeping it exclusive, and super excited about that. So that's in June. You're 8 months pregnant. A month.
I keep asking every time we see my midwife, I'm like, am I still good? Am I still good? And I'm really due like at the end of July. It could go almost into August, so I should be good. But
well, if not, we'll drive 18 hours, right? We'll just rent a convertible Mustang and throw the hair back for you.
It's actually more dangerous to drive at that point than it is to fly because of blood flow. But
well, what about a helicopter?
I don't know. Did you see Kobe? No.
Oh my God! You can't bring Kobe into my podcast. He's my dude. He's my boy. Adam, my younger brother. I think Adam hasn't been on the show yet. We got to get Adam on the show.
You guys.
Dude, we would argue for 35 minutes
constantly. My sister-in-law Sarah, who's like one of my very best friends, and I we just sit there and stare at each other, and these two just go at it about how Adam used to work for Brian, and Brian didn't pay Adam enough, but Adam quit to go watch soccer, and it's the same argument for the first 10 minutes every single time they get together, but they're like best friends. I don't understand. I don't get it.
I've told him this story how my brother quit every day at 2:00. He quit my business at 2:00. My first employee, guys, I was 19, 20-ish years old. He quit because at 2:00 he had to watch FIFA Cup, and so every time we get together, he goes, "What?" He goes, "How's the low wages, the slave labor out there?" And I'm like, child labor laws kick in. Yeah, I'm like, dude, you were making $10 back in 2005. Today's money, that's like $38,000 an hour.
You gotta get him on here because it would be a hilarious episode.
I'm gonna get him on here. I need to get my previous employees like Connor, dude, for real. People have like no idea. Like this was like with BET, like before YouTube, or BY, and then AY. Like we were an interesting outfit before we jumped on YouTube and had to polish things up a little bit.
We've always had really great employees. Their personalities are just very strong.
Insane baseball kids, man. Like if we have kids, I don't know.
Hey, did you know your first employee ever officially applied for the Space Force program? Officer in the Army.
That's right.
And
see? Teach them life skills, man.
That's like a pretty good success rate.
He went to West Point. He went into like the Army, right? Yep. And now he's applying for Space Force. And I mean, the kid's like the smartest dude in the military. He's like crazy awesome. But you know what? Hey, you got around your boy here. And
I started at Brian's Plumbing. It's like your claim to fame.
I've told a couple of stories because I said if the zombies come or aliens come, you got to call me from the base. And he goes, I got you. So if he texts me the word peanut butter, that means get in the bunker, which we don't have a bunker, so we're screwed. But we'll get to that later. I don't know. Maybe we got to find like some.
He just heard the word peanut butter.
Oh, dude, you're right. He's sitting underneath us right now at the in the studio. So and then the house drops in July or breaks ground in July. Well, we signed the contract in June. He's scheduled.
They start pulling permits, which can take a while.
Yeah. So we quote unquote break ground in July, but. You know, it could look like crickets out there for a month. We don't know.
Yeah, nothing like being like a hormonal mess, just having a newborn, zero sleep, and like let's pick out everything for the house. Now.
Comes out like blue and purple polka dotted.
So our house looks a little funky. Please just give me some grace.
Well, the other day you come back and you go, I don't like any of it. I'm like, what? I'm like, we just spent a lot of money on the architecture plan. I'm like, this house is gonna be baller, like MTV. And you're like, I don't like this. And I'm like. You didn't say any of this along the way, and then like 2 days later you go, all right, it's not that bad. I go, I can't deal with this right now. Like,
no, I love our house. I think like seeing it without landscaping and flat, like
it's a really raw design.
Yeah, like it needs some character.
It needs some character.
It needs some character.
What does that mean? Like hostas and daylilies? Like,
I don't know.
All right. Well, I'm excited about it. Liz is indifferent, and so that's why.
I'm not indifferent. I'm very excited. I'm already getting a head start. I have like another rose bush coming.
It's true. You have become a little master gardener here with 4 rose bushes.
I think our neighbors think I'm crazy.
Yeah. Well, the house will start in July, and we're super excited about that because Mike Miller is our builder. He's quarterbacking the whole thing. He's patient. We're patient. As long as finances, get approved and all that mess, which. Honestly, knock on wood,
cool if
shouldn't be an issue.
Come down.
Yeah, lumber's about 100.
A little bit.
Yeah, that's up 200%, which is crazy. So, It's going to be a couple extra bucks. So that's the next like couple months, man. And outside of doing YouTube and literally every company and their brother, like, hey, let's do a video. Let's send you something. I'm like, no.
Yeah, it's no big deal. We have 2 live events this year. Mm-hmm. We have a baby, house,
baby.
YouTube. Our actual business.
Our actual business. Yeah. And Rob and Dave are holding the fort.
I am so grateful for Rob and Dave.
Yeah. I mean, I've been going out there of the last couple of days. They've had a couple solo days. They're holding the fort. We got about 100 plus yards of mulch to move next couple days, which is just a fun start. We'll have the mulch mate.
You should get Rob in here.
The dump for or mulch force, whatever it's called with Toro. Get Rob in here.
Yeah, I'd love to hear him talk about like his thought process because we went out of town to visit the almonds. It's like a 2-hour drive. We met in the middle between where they live and where we live to talk about the event. And so Rob and Dave had to go out by themselves, and one of their pieces of equipment had a little bit of an issue. Yeah. And the way that Rob like broke it down, like before calling us and saying, hey, it's broken, I don't know what to do. Yeah. Like he's like, hey, I've tried this and this. Yep. This is what I think it is, but I can't do it. Like
some $20 part broke on the X-Mark, and it was like some actuator for like the oxygen sensor or whatever. I don't know, the flux capacitor. Silly. Yeah, so he took it up to the dealer on his own. He's like, hey, I'm headed up to the dealer, going to do this, and this. I'm going to talk to Brad. He knows Brad, and shout out to Brad. Brad's like one of the parts and service guys up there. He's like one of the leaders. He's amazing. But yeah, he didn't just like rack the equipment and say, dude, I went home at 2:00 because nothing's working. Yeah. He's like, no, dude, like we got work to do. And he gets it, man. And I pray that you guys find a Rob out there if you guys are looking for that right-hand guy. We're blessed. I was always looking for a Rob. I mean, we always had part-time employees, but we made a commitment to Rob a little over a year ago, and it stretched us. I'm like, hey, dude, if we're paying this out, like we have to bring more in. I'm like, it's going to take out of my paycheck, if you will. But that's fine because I want to get some of my time back.
More than I do out of the business, technically.
For sure. 100%. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you get paid pennies, but it's all based on like, hours into the business. So honestly, like you're actually the highest paid employee I know. When you take your payroll and then you divide it by hours worked in, you're pretty good. You're like an ER physician over here making like $900 an hour. You can go be a cardiovascular surgeon or whatever. And then
I finally look, boss man.
You look like a boss?
I finally got my own Brian's on Maintenance merch.
Yeah,
we've been together for 9 years.
Have we really?
It'll be 9 years in October.
Almost a decade?
And it's taken almost a decade for you to give me my own.
But you got to earn it, man. And ever since you've been making $900 an hour, I'm like, this is CEO material. Let's get this woman a shirt. Get her a shirt.
No, they came from Chant and the Daily Hustle crew. Like they're awesome. So cute.
Amy, Chant, all those guys and gals. They really do a good job. If you guys need shirts and merch and hats, shirts, merch, and hats.
Shirt,
merch, and merch. Check them out. Mention our Bryant's 10, and they'll save you 10% on new orders if you're a new customer with them. And man, it took like 2-week turnaround. We got all of our uniforms.
It was so fast. They also made all of our shirts for the Hype House.
This is true. That's when I saw them, the quality, and I went, dude, I need some of this. And I put an order. I swear it took less than 2 weeks. I got him my art file same day. He gave me a proof 3 days later, and then to production. And that's what the craziness of everything they got going on with their spring season. Yeah. So, well, that's a little life update. Blah, blah, blah. I'm talking cursive. we got to get out of here because baby appointment here. I
love the baby appointments.
We got YouTube videos dropping every single day, podcast episode every other. 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I got baby brain here too. Well, every time we go in there, I always make these like really awkward jokes and like dad jokes. And
you're the only dad ever there.
It's true.
Have you noticed this?
Well, we've made it a priority too because I
haven't missed a single appointment.
No, I haven't, and I honestly like that was one of the commitments I made to you when we're having a baby. And it doesn't matter how busy we are, how much content, how much the lawn care business is like. I would rather take a day off and not miss my baby appointment than to go make a G. But hopefully we can still do both, right? We got Rob and Dave holding the fort, and life is pretty good right now. We're knock on wood, very very happy. Thank you guys for all the warm wishes for us with our life, all the prayers. We get constant DMs for you guys just praying over us, praying over baby.
And you always read them because Brian goes through his DMs at night.
Yeah.
And it's always when I'm most tired and so therefore most emotional. And without fail. He's like, so he'll read somebody's prayer to me and I sob.
Or you guys send voicemail, like voice text prayers, you know what I mean?
And I'm not an emotional person. Like this is...
We both cry. Because it's late night. It's like 12:30, 1 o'clock at night. I'm exhausted from editing and my eyes are just bloodshot. And I'm like, well, did you hear this prayer? This person sent this, or you guys are sending stuff to the PO. So always appreciate all of you guys. Bottom line, we always appreciate you guys. We got to get running though. Hearts out. All right. Well, guys, let's kick it over back to Marty and the ATL. This is a little, we talk about lawns. We talk about lessons. We talk about life. This is a little life update. And you guys always love hearing the soft and more beautiful, eloquent voice on the show, which is my wife. And she's the most highly paid, you guys call me an actor. She is the most highly paid woman in America that I know personally.
Hey man, just look at the growth of the business since I've been around. And
shut up, dude.
I mean, really.
Because of your input or my your demand.
Both.
You will get me this life. Well, I'll take it back. You're the second highest paid woman in America after Bezos' ex-wife. Stick with me, though, babe. We're going to go to the moon. All right, guys. Well, that's it for this episode. I don't know how Marty stitches this back together, but that guy works wonders with our show. The Paul Jameson's podcast, knock it out of the park.
He has like the Green Industry Network.
Yeah, he's got everything. The Almonds, always probably a good stellar show. Us, Mr. Producer's like, oh boy, it's the circus.
I know, Caleb like takes notes and stuff. We're just like, here we are.
Naylor takes notes. Paul take notes. For us, we just hit record and make sure the light
comes out.
Yeah, make sure the light's red, not green. That means record. So, all right, guys, let's get back over to Marty in the ATL. We'll get Liz back on the show here every couple weeks here. We love it. And we got to get to a baby appointment. So whatever you guys got going on today, our prayers are always with you guys. We hope you have a beautiful rest of the day and rest of the week. And we'll catch up with you guys here on the next one.
Hey, it's Marty, and apparently spring is the new Christmas. This might be the most wonderful time of the year, as Launchpreneur Academy is giving you a deal that's the biggest and baddest we've ever done. For a limited time, when you buy the whole ball of wax, you get access to all 38 of our training resources, a $2,500 value, and yes, it includes all postcard and door hanger designs, plus 2 one-on-one coaching calls with Brian Fullerton. One for the spring, you could use the other in the fall or the winter. The whole ball of wax blowout deal doesn't end there. We have teamed up with Caleb and Brittany Allman and the Hardscape Academy to give you access to their how to install pavers and how to install retaining walls training courses. Supercharge your business and financial future with all the contracts, training courses, the live event replays, 2 coaching calls, the Hardscape Academy bonus, and lifetime access to future updates and training programs on LaunchpreneurAcademy.com. With the add-ons, this is now a $3,000 package, but yours for only $999. At less than $1,000, I think this might just be the best value that our industry has ever seen. It is a limited time offer, and it will expire soon, so get it now at LaunchpreneurAcademy.com or use the link in the show notes.
For almost 40 years, landscape pros have trusted Exmark equipment to help them get the job done day in and day out. Hey, I'm Mike Mayfield, and as a product manager here at Exmark, I get the opportunity to listen to our customers and test new ideas for our products each and every day. We strive to make our mowers the most durable, comfortable, and advanced in the green industry. Exmark, engineered by us, trusted by landscape professionals, ready to work for you.
Thanks for taking the time to listen to the Fullerton Unfiltered podcast with Brian Fullerton. We hope you enjoyed this production. If so, please consider leaving us a 5-star review for the show. While the techniques and ideas presented here are designed to help you grow a more successful and profitable business, no one can guarantee these results for you. We want to emphasize that entrepreneurship is not easy, and the ideas presented here are just the opinions of Brian Fullerton and his respective guests. No one can guarantee success for you. That being said, we hope the ideas presented here help you and motivate you to go on out there and crush it with your own business.
Fullerton Unfiltered Podcast.
Thanks for listening, and we hope to see you on the next episode.
This has been a Brian Fullerton and Mr. Producer production.